Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about how to start your fitness journey in 2022 and beyond. And that's because I believe that it shouldn't be a short-term thing. It should be a long-term thing that benefits your body, mind, and health. And plus, who wouldn't want to be stress-free with minimal to zero health problems for the rest of their life? Anyone? So starting with 5 habits that I wish I knew starting my fitness journey from day 0. Habit number 1, consistency. We've all heard this one over and over, but this is honestly the most important thing that I wish I knew. And it's the same thing that we hear millionaires repeating over and over again about building a business too. At the start, I was kind of like, whatever. I'll just go to the gym every second day, or maybe I'll skip tomorrow and I'll go the day after. You know, things like that. To be honest, I just didn't know what I was doing. Right now, I know that it's easy for me to say, but putting into practice, I know it's a lot harder. But imagine if I said, hey, I want you to learn French or a language that you don't already know. I want you to start with 2 minutes and stop when you want. Right now, you're gonna think, that's easy, I can do that. But as time passes, it's gonna get harder. Motivation's gonna drop, life gets in the way. But in terms of being consistent during your fitness journey, you've got diet and exercise. Diet is hard, yes, everyone's gonna say that. But I realized that we go to work, we come home, we're exhausted and stressed. We just want to rip open a bag of chips and dive right in. The number one most important thing that I've learned over the past 10 years of being in the gym during my fitness journey, and more so in 2021, is that the best way to practice consistency is to do the same thing every damn day. It's like the saying, improve 1% better every single day, and by the end, you're gonna be 37 times better when you're done. For example, today you might do 3 sets of bicep curls and stopping when you want. Of course, rotating through every single muscle group and then going back to bicep curls, so that you get an overall better balance of your muscles and body. And it doesn't have to be hard or long. Habit number 2, just start. A great rule I like to tell people, and one I use for myself, is this. Start with 2 minutes or 3 sets and stop when you want. I kind of stole that from James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, especially the 2-minute rule. But then I applied the same mentality to fitness, starting with 3 sets and then stopping when I want. Recently in 2021, I kind of lost motivation to go to the gym. Ever since this whole COVID thing started, I got into this mindset of, I don't even want to work out for that long. Like, why would I drive there and back? 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back, work out for 1 hour, 3 to 5 times a week. And it just didn't really make sense to me. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to buy a home gym and work out at home. And I'm also a bit of a wannabe minimalist. So I thought I could just buy a barbell, 2 mats, weights, and do my thing. My thought process was to do barbell exercises only for every single muscle group, like barbell bicep curls, barbell bench press. I mean, barbell exercises are known to be better for building strength and muscle. I mean, if I was to pick one thing for the rest of my life, whether it's barbell or dumbbells, I would pick barbell. Another thing that James Clear talks about in his book, Atomic Habits, is that if you're struggling to work out, try going to the gym and starting with 2 minutes. Or if you're at home and you're struggling to get to the gym, try changing into your workout clothes and going from there. In other words, in order to make it easier for you to go to the gym or doing whatever it is that you need to do, try doing the first step or the next step. Another thing is, I often find myself having thoughts in my head that stop me from taking action, from taking the next step. For example, like getting out of bed when I need to. And recently I found that whenever I wake up, I'm on my phone, I'm scrolling through social, and thoughts start to flow through my head. I begin creating excuses like go back to sleep, you know, I'll do it tomorrow. And how I've been tackling that is by freezing my thoughts, kind of like stopping it in midair, so that I don't create thoughts to stop me from moving forward and taking action. If you're finding it hard to take the next step or go to the gym, it works for me, so I recommend giving that a go. It might seem a little bit hard and weird at first, but the more you practice, the easier it's gonna get, and the more you actually be able to put that to good use. Habit number 3, do it first thing in the morning. So for the past 12 months or so, ever since I started working out at home and working full time, I find myself working out before work, specifically before breakfast. The idea is not for me to work out fasted. The idea is for me to work out right before the thing that I need to do. It might be having breakfast, it might be going to work, it might be before dinner, it might be before shower or going out to eat. I find that if I put myself under pressure, I'm more likely to get that thing done or, you know, complete that task that I've been putting aside. So then if I complete my workout right before breakfast, I can then look forward to eating food, knowing that I've done what I needed to do for the day. I tell myself that working out is something that I need to do. And the reason why I work out is strong enough too. I believe that if you have a strong enough reason to do something, you're then more likely to do it. Like for me, I want to live past 100, and during that time, I want to be strong, lean, and healthy. I don't want to have to rely on other people. I want to be independent. I also want to look good, and sum up all those reasons. It makes it compelling enough for me to actually take action. And I think your why is very important, especially when it comes to your passion and your health. Because I always hear friends or colleagues telling me that they want to lose their gut, but there's no real reason behind that. They just want to lose their gut to look good. Like for me, making these YouTube videos, I want to create lasting change. I want to impact others' lives in many ways. Specifically, I want to help others find balance so that they can become strong, lean, and healthy too. So whatever you find works best for you, whether it's working out right before dinner, or right before work, or right before you head out to dinner with your partner, do it first and then enjoy the reward after. Habit number 4, make it easy. A lot of the time we tend to think of tasks as hard and long. Like when I see a sink full of dishes, I just rather walk away and do it later. I mean, yes, I don't have a dishwasher and I wish I had one. So because it seems hard, we tend to put off the things that we know we need to do. In this example, for instance, we'll walk past a sink full of dishes, we'll say we'll do it later, we'll do it tomorrow, whatever. 2 days later, the sink of dishes multiplies. But like I previously mentioned, it doesn't have to be hard. We can start with 1 dish or start with 2 minutes and stop when we want. The idea and the thing that I found works best is to make it easy to start. To me, I see it as progress, like the progress bar that you see when you're completing a form. Like once you complete 1 dish, you're then moving 1% closer to the end. So when it comes to working out and you've been wanting to go to the gym, or you've been meaning and talking about starting a fitness journey, and your friend's like, you're all talk, you might want to start with a simple body weight, like 3 sets of push-ups or 3 sets of squats. And if that seems hard, start with 1 set or 1 rep. Come on, no one's gonna know. And just so you know, for the past 12 months or so, I've been doing on average about 3 sets a day, and that takes me about 15 minutes. Honestly, I just wanna be able to inspire you to know that you can just do 3 sets a day and start from there and stop when you want. The idea is to just start, make it easy, because when you do start, you're most likely not going to stop within the first 1 or 2 minutes, let alone 5 minutes. And over time, you're gonna be able to reap the benefits. Last but not least, habit number 5, track your results. One thing I love to see is my numbers go up. It's a lot to do with staying motivated. I tell myself, if I don't write my numbers down, I'm not gonna look forward to my workouts. It's also a thing where if I try to lift a weight that's heavier than my last, and I actually beat it, it feels amazing. Like if I was to go from 100 kilo bench to 105 kilo bench, just from 1 session difference, it's like seeing your Pokemon hit 100% EXP, it begins to flutter because it's about to evolve. But the thing is, if I was to go off the top of my head, after a couple weeks, I wouldn't know what the heck I'm doing. Like what were my numbers for my last bench press? Or if I was doing bodyweight workouts, how many push-ups did I do last? It can be a real blur. So make sure you write your numbers down, and it can also act as a motivation booster. Because in my eyes, if I don't see my numbers going up, or if I don't see progress, I'll think I'm wasting my time and not making any gains at all. The other thing is photos. You see those guys taking mirror selfies, posting that on Instagram. I'm that guy. Some might think it's attention seeking. Look, maybe it is, but if it helps with staying consistent and accountability, maybe it's not so bad after all. Over the past 10 years in the gym, for example, I used to work out 5 to 6 times a week as a meat eater. Ever since going vegan in 2021, working out every single day where possible, I can then look back and see how my body has actually changed, if any at all. Plus, what I found was that every time I felt that I looked good, or I looked in the mirror and I was like, ooh, that looks great, I would then take a picture, or if I was at the beach perhaps, I would get my partner to take a photo of me. It might seem weird now, but if you look back in 6 months or 6 years, whatever it is, and you'll actually be able to realize the transformation that you've created over this time. And that can then further drive your motivation to keep pushing. Lastly, if you're just starting out, I just want to add that the results that you get during your fitness journey, it's not going to be linear. Like at first it might seem like that. You might be consistently bumping up your weights, increasing your strength. Like as much as we'd like that to be the case, for results to consistently be positive, it will get to a point where it's steady, it kind of plateaus, but don't be discouraged. I found that if I consistently aim to improve my last week's numbers this week, in the long term, I will still be able to see progress, whether it's in my strength or in my muscle mass. And that's given that I sleep well, eat well, and rest enough. So hopefully by now you know the 5 habits that you need to kickstart your fitness journey in 2022. Whether you're just starting out or you're getting back into it from a long period of eating during the holiday periods, because man, I feel like I was walking in a river of food. If you have any questions about my 10-year fitness journey, please leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out my last one, where I talk about the 7 habits or mind hacks that I use to stay shredded every year. Or if you want short bursts of inspiration or golden nuggets, make sure to click here to binge on my shorts playlist. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.